Next, for this family demanding justice. And twin killing? The yoga instructor wanted for allegedly driving off a cliff, killing her identical twin sister, now in custody. The new charge she's facing.
This is ABC World News Tonight.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Tom Yamas, and we begin tonight with breaking news and a pivotal moment for President-elect Donald Trump. Late today, Trump naming RNC Chair Reince Priebus as incoming White House Chief of Staff. Priebus seen as critical to Trump's surprise victory on Election Day. Controversial campaign CEO Steve Bannon will be Chief White House Strategist. And as the real estate mogul again huddled in New York City with advisors working on that transition team, he also took time to take on the New York Times in a Twitter rant. And outside Trump Tower this afternoon in New York City, mirroring scenes from across the country, another wave of protest as Americans continue to debate Tuesday's electoral outcome. We will have more on those protests and the apparent uptick in incidents of hate, but we begin tonight with ABC's Mary Bruce at the White House.
Tonight, Donald Trump's first major hire as president-elect, picking Reince Priebus, the chairman of the Republican Party, to be his chief of staff. It's an establishment choice for the anti-establishment candidate.
You probably heard me say it. Drain the swamp.
Priebus stood by Trump during the campaign, even when many within the party would not, a point Trump acknowledged on election night.
But I'll tell you, Reince is really a star, and he is the hardest working guy.
Mainstream Republicans tonight are praising the choice, but a top Trump ally already warned that a Priebus pick could cause a rebellion in Trump's anti-establishment base. Working alongside Priebus will be Steve Bannon, the former head of conservative Breitbart News and a fierce critic of the GOP establishment. Trump today naming Bannon as his chief strategist and senior counselor. In a statement, Trump saying Steve and Reince are highly qualified leaders who worked well together on our campaign and led us to historic victory. Now I will have them both with me in the White House as we work to make America great again. The decisions come after a flurry of activity at Trump Tower.
Mr. Trump is up there making a lot of important decisions, taking the counsel of many people. I think he can't go wrong with the decision.
Top advisors coming and going as the future government takes shape. Even a top critic stopped by.
They haven't stopped me yet.
Also buzzing today, Trump's Twitter feed. The president-elect gloating about the congratulatory phone calls he's received and going after the New York Times. Even as he tells 60 Minutes he's going to dial back his Twitter habit.
I'm going to do very restrained if I use it at all. I'm going to do very restrained. I find it tremendous. It's a modern form of communication. There should be nothing you should be ashamed of.
With 68 days till inauguration, Trump is racing to get his team in place. On the list of cabinet contenders, top supporters and politicians like Newt Gingrich, Rudy Giuliani, and Senator Jeff Sessions. And already there are signs Trump is softening on key campaign pledges.
We are not planning on erecting a deportation force. Donald Trump's not planning on that.
Now Trump says he'll focus on criminal, undocumented immigrants.
Probably 2 million, it could even be 3 million. We're getting them out of our country or we're going to incarcerate.
But what about the millions of other undocumented immigrants?
After the border is secured and after everything gets normalized, we're going to make a determination on the people that you're talking about, who are terrific people. They're terrific people.
We're going to build a wall.
Now Trump says part of that famous wall could be a fence.
Would you accept a fence?
For certain areas I would, but certain areas the wall is more appropriate. I'm very good at this. This is called construction.
And Mary Bruce joins us live from the White House tonight. And Mary, we're hearing from Hillary Clinton speaking out about what she thinks may have contributed to her big loss.
Yeah, Tom, Clinton's told her supporters she's heartbroken and is placing some of the blame on FBI Director James Comey, saying his decision to go public with the renewed FBI investigation into her emails 11 days before the election killed some of her campaign's momentum and gave Trump supporters motivation. Tom?
Political scientists and historians no doubt will be studying this election. All right, Mary, thank you. And as Americans across the country today are marching in a fifth day of protest, this is the scene earlier today in Los Angeles, one city where the demonstrations against the president-elect continue today. But like the election itself, Americans remain bitterly divided, with some Trump supporters pushing back at the protests. ABC's Ron Claiborne is in Columbus Circle tonight.
In Indianapolis, police clashing with anti-Trump demonstrators. In Portland, Oregon, they used pepper spray on protesters. One person was shot and wounded by another civilian.
The gun's being shot. Someone got shot.
All across the country, they turned out by the thousands. And today, another large gathering here in New York City.
I need everybody to know that this is not just politics. This is life and death for me and my friends.
Since Election Day here in New York City, there have been daily protests. This one starting outside the Trump International Hotel across from Central Park. The demonstrators intending to head down Fifth Avenue to Trump Tower, where Donald Trump lives. This protester admitting he didn't even vote.
I didn't vote out of principle.
And the principle was what?
The principle is that the working class has to organize itself independently.
But you're unhappy with the result of the election you didn't take part in, right?
Yeah.
Polling data show that in some key states, many people who did cast ballots skipped voting for president. In Wisconsin, 45,000 more people voted for senator than for president. Trump won by 27,000 votes. Trump supporters on Twitter are responding to the ongoing protests with the hashtag #DearLiberals. Wrote one, "What exactly are you protesting? Trump hasn't even taken office yet." The demonstrations, which have led to hundreds of arrests, showing no signs of ending soon.
I would say the protesters and those who they supported have a responsibility, Chris, to come together for a peaceful transition and in the name of the world's greatest democracy, and recognize that regardless of what they say, quote, he is their president.
The protesters say Trump's hateful rhetoric is dividing the country, and they are vowing to stay out here until they are heard. But Trump supporters are firing back on social media, saying these protests are what is dividing the country, not uniting it. Tom?
Ron Claiborne for us tonight. Ron, thank you. And beyond the protest, there is also an increase in reported hate incidents that appear to be tied to the election and growing calls for the president-elect to address them. Here's ABC's Wjla.
In Jacksonville, Florida, high school administrators are investigating the posting of two signs over water coolers. One said colored, the other whites only. In Colorado, an African-American mother reports her 12-year-old daughter was told, "Now that Trump is president, I'm going to shoot you and all the blacks I can find." There were flashes of hate during the campaign, signs of trouble, and now that Donald Trump has won, some of his followers have taken hate to the next level. The Southern Poverty Law Center tracking more than 300 hate incidents, almost all immigrant, black, and gay victims, with less than 10%, that's just 20, against Trump supporters. 300 in less than a week is 3 times higher than the average week. In Meriden, Connecticut, these two men arrested for assaulting a man waving a sign in support of Donald Trump. The University of Pennsylvania investigating a text thread overrun with images depicting lynchings and harsh racial language. Nadia Browning was one of the targets.
I opened the chat, and there were a lot of derogatory name-calling and just really hurtful things.
Penn alumni have condemned the racist activity and called on President-elect Trump to end his, quote, disturbing silence and make a full-throated condemnation of these hate crimes. Tom?
Jim, thank you. Turning to some other news tonight, now a mistrial has been called in the murder case against a white University of Cincinnati police officer charged in the shooting death of a black man during a traffic stop. Gloria Rivera on the deadlocked jury and what's next for a family still seeking justice.
Tonight, outrage and disbelief filling the streets of downtown Cincinnati.
We have to eventually here fight back as black men.
Ray Tensing, a white police officer, faced 2 counts of murder after he fatally shot unarmed black motorist Sam DuBose at a 2015 traffic stop that went wrong.
What did you pull me over for? Again, the front tag.
The jury unable to decide if Tensing's actions were warranted.
Stop.
Tensing claims it was self-defense.
I remember thinking, oh my God, that he's going to run me over and he's going to kill me.
But the prosecution argued Tensing was a racist, wearing a Confederate flag T-shirt under his uniform that day, a detail Tensing dismissed. DuBose's family heartbroken but intent on pursuing justice.
There's a lot of people in that room that are apparently blind to justice because the video didn't lie.
The prosecutor must now decide whether to press for a retrial, to pursue lesser charges, or to drop the case altogether. That decision is due November 28th. Tom?
Gloria Rivera on a very heated case. All right, Gloria, thank you. Overseas tonight, and the U.S. Embassy in Kabul remains closed after violence in Afghanistan. 4 Americans, 2 U.S. service members and 2 contractors were killed and 17 injured in a suicide blast at Bagram Airfield during a Veterans Day road race. Next tonight, the deadly earthquake rattling New Zealand, the 7.8 magnitude quake, which hit just after midnight, blowing out windows, knocking items from shelves, and triggering a tsunami warning. Here's ABC's Jennifer Eccleston on the moment this massive quake struck.
Cell phone video capturing the terrifying 7.8 magnitude earthquake. The massive tremor striking just after midnight on New Zealand's South Island, killing at least 2 people. Dramatic video revealing flattened homes, landslides blocking a major coastal highway. Overnight, frightened residents taking refuge in the streets. The tremor's impact so violent, roads cracking open, supermarket shelves emptied.
Everything started shaking and then it got worse and it just didn't stop.
Nearly 2 hours after the first jolt, tsunami sirens urging coastal residents to get to higher ground.
That tsunami threat now receding, but already more than 50 aftershocks shaking the region, and more are likely. Tom?
Jennifer Eccleston for us tonight. Jennifer, thank you. Back here at home into the wildfires scorching the southeast. More than 40 fires, including this one, the Party Rock blaze in North Carolina, are now burning from Alabama to West Virginia. And authorities say one of those fires was set by a man who wanted to be a weatherman and allegedly went to an extreme. Here's ABC's Rob Marciano.
Tonight, 43 wildfires in the southeast, burning across 8 states. Investigators saying some of those fires were intentionally set and already making arrests, including 21-year-old Johnny Mullins, who allegedly confessed he set the fire in eastern Kentucky to draw attention to its Facebook page.
There's some forest fires here in eastern Kentucky.
The aspiring weatherman seen here warning people to be aware of flames, now facing a felony arson charge. Smoke from the fires fanning out hundreds of miles, spreading a haunting haze across the southern sky.
The smoke almost blocks out the sun.
In Lake Lure, North Carolina, this brush fire engulfing the entire hillside, forcing some families to flee their homes.
It's devastating and it's heartbreaking.
ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano joins us now. Rob, any rain on the way for the south?
There is some rain in the southeast, but it's not going to get to the fire zone. Take a look on the radar, Tom. You see it's very close. It's in the Carolinas, but the fires are really along the spine of the Appalachians. That's where the dry air is, and so that rain's not going to get there. It'll go up the East Coast tonight and tomorrow along I-95. Not a whole lot of heavy rain, but we'll get some rain nonetheless. And that high pressure remains in control, it looks like, through at least the next 5, maybe 8 days, so no real rain in that fire zone for at least a week, Tom.
All right, Rob, thanks. Next tonight, new details about the rescue of a woman missing for months, held captive in a storage container. The first responders describing that horrifying moment as police continue to connect new murders to the suspect. Here's ABC's Eva Pilgrim.
7 murders tonight, a suspected serial killer behind bars.
I am so sorry that it was my son that hurt them.
Regina Tague in shock. Her son, Todd Colep, a seemingly successful realtor, accused of horrific crimes.
I think we all saw a lot of things that day that are going to stay with us.
Detective Whitfield was among the first officers to find Kayla Brown on Colhep's property, inside a shipping container, chained up like a dog. She told authorities she saw Colhep kill her boyfriend, Charles David Carver.
She just looked at me and she said, "Thank you so much for finding me."
Authorities expanded their investigation to other states. This after police say Colhep dropped that bombshell, allegedly confessing to 4 murders in 2003 and showing authorities where 2 more bodies were buried on his property. Megan and Johnny Coxey, missing since December 2015.
There are details that the public does not know, and if all the details are made available, it will be shocking to the public.
Colhep now has a public defender serving as his attorney. He has not entered a plea in any of these cases. Tom?
A horrific case. All right, Eva, thank you so much. And in France, a somber 1-year anniversary of the terror attacks that killed 130 people. French President Francois Hollande leading a tour of the 7 terror sites, reciting the names of the dead, starting at the National Stadium and ending at the Bataclan. British rock star Sting played the Bataclan's reopening on Saturday night. And still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Sunday. The new twist in the bizarre murder mystery involving